Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We talk animated shows and movies here, especially Miraculous Ladybug. Find everything about us at overlyanimated.com. I am your host, Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
Just Delaney and I today to talk about the latest 2 episodes of Miraculous Ladybug Season 6 that aired in the US, Sleeping Siren and The Dark Castle. Take note of what episodes we are discussing and not discussing, because I know that 2 other episodes either have aired or will air soon internationally, and it's pretty confusing right now what's aired where. So please don't comment with spoilers for any episode that is not aired in the US. There's going to be those 2 episodes that are going to they will air in the US in November, like middle of November. So we'll get to them eventually, but for now we're talking about Sleeping Siren and The Dark Castle. No April here. If you listened to the end of last podcast on Ladybug, then you would know. If you didn't, this is a big surprise, I guess, but April had a baby and they're doing well. So everything's going good, but April's hopefully resting as much as she can.
She is hopefully asleep.
Uh, Probably not, but hopefully. But we have some. April sent in some comments, so we'll get to those later. But maybe
Also,
back.
we get pictures, and April's baby is so cute, so y'all can
Yes,
just be
very.
jealous.
Yes, very cute. April can give the full update whenever she's back on. But everything fine as I believe. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if we've April back for those end of November. There's also the Tokyo special end of November. It's gonna be very exciting. So,
Incredibly, my wife today was like, "Hey, when's the Tokyo special?" And I'm like, "You care?"
Tanya's gonna watch. Has Tanya watched how many full Ladybug episodes
I mean,
has
I
Tanya
would say
watched?
more than you would think. But the thing is, she really wants to sit down and watch it, but she's upset that like the first 2 seasons are like so episodic, but like you have to watch it, like because you need to, because all of the characters and all of the villains and they like come back. So she's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, and then
Yeah,
I think she's really interested that it's like 2D.
yeah. It is interesting. It'll be exciting. Hopefully, it's good. I'm sure it'll be at
I think
least good.
our Twitters like infiltrate each other's, and I think she's been seeing stuff, and she's like, oh, so now I'm like by like osmosis, she's interested.
Yeah, that's good. Well, look, it's a very exciting special coming up. I want to get. Oh, I wanted to give my list of my predictions for Tokyo places that we will see in the special. We'll do
Ooh,
that.
ooh,
We'll do that
right.
at the podcast before. But
Ooh, that's
hopefully
good.
April's on,
Yeah, I
because
like
April's been
that.
to Japan too recently, so we could
I'm a
brainstorm.
loser. I haven't been to Japan.
You could. Well, look, I have good news. Ladybug only gives the most known places, so that won't be a hindrance. Um, okay, so actually, no, okay, I'm gonna save my comment. I was gonna compare it to Pokemon, but I'll save that.
Oh
So we're
yeah.
getting.
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll come back to it. Because look, I hate to say it, these are not necessarily the 2 most exciting episodes. I was glad we had April for that last one, and we had that one episode podcast. Delaney and I'll cover these 2. Might not be the longest one, and we might talk about other things at the end. So, but let's get into Sleeping Siren and The Dark Castle. This is episode 6 and 10 of season 6 of Ladybug. I'm not trying to bias anything. We'll hear Delaney's opinions on how good they were. It could be a minor episode and still be great, so I'm not trying to bias it. And yeah, again, spoilers for only the episodes that have aired in Disney US. I don't have the list. I didn't it's too confusing to compile right now, but it'll hopefully get a little clearer in a month from now. Delaney, oh yeah, and check out all of our podcasts at overlyanimated.com. Subscribe to all our feeds. We're finishing up book 2 in the Avatar rewatch, so check that out as well. At From the Spirit World or overlyanimated.com. Subscribe to the Miraculous Ladybug Overly Animated feed to get all of our Ladybug podcasts. Delaney, what did you think of Sleeping Siren and The Dark Castle?
I liked both episodes. They weren't, they're not heavy plot episodes. So there's not like I don't think, I would say these episodes don't like let's say they're inconsequential, but because I do think we get into some fun, like timey wimey nonsense in Sleeping Oh, in the wait, it's the Dark Castle. Yeah, I watched them both like together, so they blur a little.
Mark that as like less than 30 seconds into Delaney's initial thoughts for a Doctor Who reference.
Doctor Who, there we go. It's a record. Um, oh my god, we drowned Paris again. That's fun.
Yeah, probably
Um,
not the first time.
like, no, oh my god, okay, actually, it's funny that I say they're both inconsequential when in both of these episodes, like the world basically ends. Um, so Sleeping Siren's little, I mean, they just drown
Yeah,
Paris, but in
this
the
brings up a good question. Was it just Paris that was drowned, or was it the entire world?
right, and then like in the Dark Castle, like we literally like destroyed the world for like half a second. It's great.
Yeah, that was clearly the whole
Um,
world.
yeah, right. That was also I got spoiled for that because there's a clip of it on Twitter. Granted, I didn't know which I knew it was in an upcoming episode. I didn't know which one, but because it was a funny Twitter, it was a stupid post of just the bunny sequence, and it's like I love watching Miraculous Ladybug and like watching Paris get destroyed every episode, which was like excellent. Like that's such funny. And I had sent it to Tanya, and Tanya was like, Tanya wasn't sure if it was actually from the show or not. I was like, oh no, this is Ladybug. That's what's happening. Like
That
not only does this
I
happen,
bet that's
Ladybug.
like light lady or non Ladybug watchers' reactions when they see something normal.
Yes,
It's like, no, no, this is
like
normal for this show.
no, this is normal. Because at first she wasn't because I think she wasn't sure the clip was from Ladybug, and I was like, no, this is actually happening. Like so excellent. It's a really, really funny sequence. Like it's hysterical. And it is in fact every episode.
Yes. Any
So
favorite parts of these episodes?
well we get Rose and Juleka, which is
Okay,
great.
that's
Super
what I was
cute,
trying to. That's what I was trying to prompt
really
you for.
important. Again, super like they're super gay. So Dylan wrote here in our outline, Rose and Juleka official, which is really funny because obviously they've been together for like literally forever. And like when they started holding hands on the back of the bus and we were like screaming. So this is great. No, I love that they're all talking. It's also really funny because you're like, oh yeah, here are all the girls. And we're talking about our boyfriends, and they're the
Yeah.
lesbians
Okay.
over
Okay.
there. Like
Okay. We'll
it's
come
really
back.
funny.
I actually just I thought of something obvious that I should have thought of, but okay. We'll get. Let's break it all down in a second. That's my top
And also,
topic from
Kim is an
these.
idiot,
Yeah. What
and I had
did you enjoy Kim in the episode or no?
so normally when I'm pausing a Ladybug episode, it's because I'm like freaking out over whatever nonsense Marinette's doing. And so it was kind of funny to do this and have to pause the episode and be like, oh my god, and it wasn't Marinette. Like, so that was a new experience. So Kim is just stupid. So at first, like, because of course previously we know Kim. That's the thing with Kim, and I don't know how much I like it or not because it's like Kim needs to like pay attention for like half a minute, but then also like he is being manipulated in this episode, but also like he just sucks. I wouldn't say this made me like Kim. I also maybe was going for I kind of wanted a different direction where it was more like he's just not interested in that because he's like 5-year-old boy because that's how he acts. But it's fine, I guess.
Yes. Okay. Um. Yeah. I don't know how much Kim discourse we'll get into, but
Also, like I feel bad for Ondine, but she's also like incredibly pushy. Like, calm down, guys.
interesting. Interesting. Yeah. I think it's a lot of pressure for their like 15.
I will say this. It's kind of funny. Like we all love Marinette and Adrian, and obviously they're like dream romance, super cute. It like this actually felt this felt the most realistic as a relationship for them at this age.
Who, Marin and Adrian?
No, for how Kim and Ondine like
Yeah,
this
it's true.
actually
It's true.
felt
It is much more of a realistic 15-year-olds than Marin and Adrian.
yes than Meredith and Adrian, and like it's or even Nino and Alia.
Yeah,
So
yeah, true. It's nice to see. That's a good point. It's nice to see non-idealized couples. Not that Marin and Adrian didn't have many seasons of struggles, but
also, so me and my wife are Mylene and Ivan because I write poems for Tanya. So that's who
oh,
we are in Ladybug.
that's good. And you're Ivan.
I'm Ivan.
That checks out.
It does.
Except you can't shut up, and Ivan
It's
doesn't barely
true. I
talks.
literally can't. It's physically impossible for me to stop talking.
That's why
It worked.
you're on a
It,
podcast.
that's also why me and Tanya work out because she also can't shut up. So it's just us like yelling at each other at all
So like
times.
how is there anything that gets heard over the two of you
Or any
talking?
air? Like, how is there any
Yeah.
air? I don't know.
Yeah. Do you just have the windows constantly open?
We have a lot of plants.
Okay, that that helps too. Okay. Yeah, I think these are good episodes. I'm
I like
not
them.
Yeah, I am not. It's in love with either of them, and it's more along the lines of like so far half of season 6 is like, okay, this is really good. This is a great follow up to a huge season. It's not quite the heights of in terms of like excitingness, the heights of season 5, but it's like a really solid follow up. And then the other half, and that was more of like the last episode we talked about, for me at least. And then the other half of the season is like, okay, it feels like we're back to seasons 2 and 3 and it's still
Yeah.
good, but it's not what I was looking for from the season, and I'm still kind of getting used to it. So I think these two episodes are more along the lines of that, and they're probably two of the lower
They're
episodes of that
they're
category for me.
they're really seeding this like because both of these episodes had like post credit scenes.
I think every
Or
Ladybug episode does now.
I is it every single time?
Well, one of the post credit scenes was it. Okay, hold on, I got to check my notes. The Dark Castle's post credit scene is there's a scene with Marinette and then the credits, and then the post credit just continues literally just from where the the scene before the credits was. It's not.
Right.
It's just the next thing. There's no reason for it to be a post credit scene.
Yeah. It's just like, they're I feel like they're really pushing this like trying to seed stuff with Lila.
Yes, both of these have Lila. I called it Lila's mind palace. Whatever
Yeah,
Lila's
basically her like she's
her
just being like
library,
nuts,
like
so yeah, like
yeah. But
whatever.
Lila, I think, is the main thing to talk about here because it's the speculation thing. So we'll get to
Yeah.
her for sure. But yeah, these aren't my favorite episodes. I will say Dark Castle. I think I enjoyed it much more the first time I watched it. I rewatched it, and I think when you get over the kind of excitement of all the time travel, once you like understand what everything that's happening, it's a lot less interesting to me just because I don't know, I didn't really like the Dark Castle side of the episode, even though the set design and everything was really cool. But other than
I think
that,
yeah.
yeah,
I
other than
liked I Go ahead, sorry.
I just didn't care too much what was happening with the fight. Other than that,
Well, I think they did I mean the fight. I guess for me it's more like oh, also quick, we have to get this out of the way. So the Louvre was robbed today and
breaking
with
news.
breaking news.
I
Like
believe
this I
that
think this
they
happened
said
this
there was
morning.
an I forget the word they used, but incalculable price of jewels was stolen from the Louvre.
And so like so one, I immediately when I said this to my wife, she's like, "Wow, these Ladybug promos are getting out of hand," which is like hilarious. Like what a funny thing to say.
Well,
And
that's what happens when Ladybug is just the top things in Paris.
yeah, exactly. No, so it's really funny. So, and I didn't know this happened until after I'd watched the episode today. And then I was like, so then I read it and I went, oh my God, it's Dark Castle. And I said that to Dylan in April. Like, I was like, oh my God, so funny.
Well, let's combine these
Um,
episodes. I feel like the person who robbed the Louvre was this new hooded figure at the end of Sleeping Siren.
is it not just Lila? I thought it was just Lila.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that too. That's the other
Right.
good,
Because I
exciting
saw,
thing to
because this,
speculate on.
so yeah, we have like an outline and I'm like reading ahead and I was like, what? Um, so I really
I don't
liked
think it is clearly Lila. I will say I don't think
Oh,
it is
that's fair,
obviously
that's fair,
Lila.
that's fair. I really liked Castle's design, like, if the fact
Yeah.
that it was the whole building is absurd
Yeah,
and,
the
like,
villain
the
being a
animation,
building is cool. It's a cool idea.
it's really, really interesting, like, I know the stuff was spinning and there were, the animation, and even when they kinda go that really simple, like, when they destroy it, like, I think it was so, like, the setup for the villain was, like, terrible, but it was funny, though, like, I do think this whole, like which it's really the concept of a monarchist in France is, like, hysterical. Um,
We got to learn about the history of the Louvre.
yeah, we did so that was cool, that was something
Did you know that it was a castle before?
I did not. So that's the thing, so, like, I haven't been to France, shocker to everyone, um, and I really am interested in history and a lot of stuff, and I read up on a lot of things, but I did not realize the Louvre like, the only thing I know about the Louvre is, like, the pyramid, like, I don't think
I mean,
about it. Basically what I see in Ladybug,
yeah, which was a lot. We've seen. You're
which is a
like, I've
lot, but
never been to France, but we've seen, I think,
right,
more of Paris through Ladybug than than.
absolutely, but it didn't occur to me that, like, the whole that it was a castle and that like it was like the whole thing, if that makes sense. Like obviously I knew it wasn't just a little pyramid, but like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. And so then it was crazy that he's like the whole thing. And then like I know more about the palace at Versailles. Like I know like you learn about a lot more about that like in school and stuff. So I knew more about that than this. And it's just funny. Like
Yeah.
it was so but it was beautifully animated and it was really interesting, and I do like it when we kind of get these off-screen akumatization. Like the villain was very much like in the background. Like that was not the point of this episode, which is really funny. And even Marinette's like, oh my god, like she's like, we're having a party, like I don't have time for this. And it is also funny, it's a really funny juxtaposition with Sleeping Siren because like we have to call everybody in for Sleeping Siren.
Yeah, that's true. And then yeah, and they're like, we can't do anyone. And this was the first episode in a while where we didn't see the akumatization happen on screen,
Yeah.
which I think is always a winner. I feel like
Yes.
the the dreams person, I'm blanking on the name. Of that was like the first time we saw that, and that was like a big end of that at the end of season 2, and that was like a huge thing. And I don't think they've really overused it since, so that's cool. And then I think there's a lot to like in Sleeping Siren. I just it feels a little childish in some ways. I mean,
It's I the problem is Kim. Like it's like
Kim is just like so dumb, and then Ray
mm,
and all the gang are they're so dumb, and so it's
it's
just
hard it's hard to root for Kim. Like they don't give him any redeeming qualities. Like at no point in okay, there
I
okay,
think Kim before this episode has a lot of redeeming qualities. He's just like a
he
himbo.
he gets 1 point because the one independent thought he has in this episode is that he's like, I have to go warn Ladybug. That you know what? He gets a point for being like, I have to go do that. So that's what he gets
Yeah,
a point for.
and he didn't disobey Ladybug's orders despite
Yeah, yeah.
this Kwame
Yeah,
saying
so
that.
that was so
So
okay, so he gets 2 points. That's
that's
something.
good.
But
And he had no malintent. You know, that's the
yeah,
most
he had no
important
mountain.
thing.
He's just an idiot. Like, I mean, just an idiot. He unfortunately so in this episode to me, he just does not come off as like, haha, cute himbo. It's like, oh my god, you're actually a moron. Um Also, I will say this, I do think this is a great sequel to Ondine's first episode. Like, I do think, when we flood Paris again, it looks really awesome, and like what they do with her and like I don't even know how to describe it, but like the bubble, like all of that was really cool, and then like the water knights and the water dragon,
Mhm.
like all of that was really cool. Also, any reason to see also okay, rude this episode. So cool, we get to see Kagami do stuff, and then we're like, we're gonna turn her into a frog. Rude. Like we got Dragon Bug out of it, but like,
Yeah,
was it worth it? Like,
yeah,
did we have to do that
they
to
sidelined
Kagami?
Kagami pretty quickly.
That was messed up.
I
Like
was gonna say
I
that
thought that was
we
messed up.
it was kind of messed up. We get a lot of different ladybug forms in these 2 episodes,
Yes.
and I
Also,
do have
we get full transformation sequences of them
of
going
them as
in
the
the
power
aqua.
ups into the aqua
Yeah.
form, and yet we haven't seen a normal transformation sequence for either of them this in the new animation style
It
yet,
was really
which is
confusing. I was like,
wild.
okay, yeah. So I was excited because I was like, I love me some. We love Aqua Tiki. Okay, like this was good.
I think that at this point, I think it's a conscious decision to not show the normal transformation sequences because they showed them too much, you know, in the first 5 seasons, and we constantly complain about it. It's like how I've told the story before. How in Mysticons we literally
Oh,
got the creator and director to stop doing transformation sequences as much in the at the second half of the show, and it was
we were
like
like, you gotta
literally our
stop.
it's like literally our fault. So I think maybe the same thing is happening here. Like maybe Thomas got tired of us complaining. I don't know about
Yeah,
the too many
which
sequences.
now I feel bad about because I want to see it in the new animation.
I would want to see it once though. Like let's just show
Right.
the normal sequence
Yeah.
once, and
Like
then
just
that's it.
occasionally.
And then I like it. No, not even
Like,
occasionally. I like just
dude,
do the normal one once, and then
let's
stop forever, and then just show anything that's new, any new one, like the aqua power up.
right.
Show
Aqua Power.
that. Yeah, and so that's great. And then but anyway, the ladybug. We get a lot of ladybug forms. I have to say, even 10 years into the show, it is I think still exciting to see a new ladybug form, like every single time.
Yes.
Like Dragon Bug.
Oh,
Ooh.
uh, April's husband did. I guess he was watching an episode with
I
April
think
because she
yeah,
told us
because
this.
they were both home that he
'Cause they
was
were,
watching with her.
and he was like, "You can do that," when she combined two of the
Yeah.
miraculous. So April's telling us this, and it's really funny. Like he's like, "You can do that," and then he's like, "How many can you have at once?" Like
Yeah, how
that's
many
so
can you
like
have at once? And it's like
he
I bel
immediately he was like locked in, and then he was like, and then like it was great. Like we need to have a podcast that's like my wife, April's husband, like
assemble
we
the
can watch.
casuals.
Yeah, like it's so
Not
funny.
Sarah. Sarah's too much of a fan.
Sarah's not casual enough,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sarah's a big fan, but
But
obviously.
no,
But
April was
the
telling us this like the other day, and it was just so funny.
yeah, the answer to the question of how many can you have at once, it's like I believe last season Gabriel answered that question when he tried to do a million at once and then got sick or something, right? Like he got
Yeah,
hurt from it.
but then also it has to do with like how strong you are, right? Because she did several.
Marinette has done several, yes, as well though.
I do think
So
some of it has to do with like the content of your heart. Like she's not
okay,
doing it like
that's a very
maliciously.
ladybug answer. So I'm glad you're synced up to this show
I'm
now.
on my oh I can't I'm on my BS today.
Yeah, you are on your you tapped into Ladybug's BS is what's
I
happening.
did, I did.
But yeah, I liked it, and there's like two new Ladybug forms in Dark Castle. I did really enjoy that. So I don't know, it's just still really exciting to see two new Marinette forms every time. The and cat if they did more cat stuff as well. Okay. Last question before we get into the specifics, Delaney. So you were lower on Mr. Agrest the last episode than I was last podcast. So my
Okay.
question is, did you like either of these episodes more than Mr. Agrest?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah,
No.
it's fair. So you were just lower on Mr. Agrest, but it's still better than a lot of the then it's still better than half the
Absolutely.
season. Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. Well, I think it also has more to do with like what's going on, like, relevancy. Like, I mean, Mr. Gress like is like important.
It's a bad contrast to get this like big episode and then go to two more ho hum episodes. It's like
Yeah.
the order didn't do it any favors. Whereas if we were in
You're
maybe the
right.
intended order, it might have flowed
I will
better.
say I did enjoy watching both episodes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I had my usual experience where I was like, I hate this show and I had to keep pausing it.
That's a good sign. The more you hate the show, the better. The
Yes.
more Delaney says I hate the show, the better a sign it is for how good Ladybug
Generally,
is.
yes.
That
They were
checks out. That
stressing
checks
me
out.
out.
I'll say I enjoyed the episodes enough. It's fine for now. If this show is just this always now, and like I'm not gonna be happy, but I'll accept it at least for most of season 6. But I'll start complaining more the longer it goes on.
Yeah. Like I'm like, what are we doing? Because that's my thing. I'm like, this ladybugs like are like literally like this bastion of like it's like the last show
It's
that
too much
has the
pressure on Ladybug,
traditional.
but like it
Yeah.
is literally the last like adventure show that airs somewhat weekly. Um,
And it has like the traditional like how many episodes? It's 22 minutes. Like
Yeah, and there's a lot of episodes. So there's some other shows that I think Fiona and Cake season 2 is going to air weekly, so that's really exciting. But Ladybug like has a lot of episodes and airs like weekly and heavily in quotes weekly, and it's like a traditional animated adventure show. So it really is the last bastion, and so we do put too much on it. I agree with that.
I will say it's a little warranted. I do think if the show is to survive, we need we might need to do away with more of these episodes that are like this. But also this is also what Ladybug is, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, I could anyway. We don't need to get too much into it. But I could see that these that type of episodes are more kid friendly. But I would worry that Ladybug risks with a reset like this, like it's like we're resetting back to seasons 2 and 3. I worry it risks like losing its fervor amongst
They have
fans.
we have I feel like we have a lot of momentum going from season 5 into this season, and we need to keep it.
Yeah, I agree. It's like Rick and Morty. Like you might, and Rick and Morty is also a bastion of weekly airing, a different type of show. Like
Yes.
you might have heard that like people don't are like not into Rick and Morty. As I've kept up with it, I'm telling you, like this last season, of Rick and Morty is excellent. Like the show is in some ways is as good as ever. but it just doesn't have the same level of fervor, I believe, because they really haven't evolved the show in a significant way.
Which
It's
I'm
kind
not.
of
I will say I'm not caught up on Rick and Morty. I need to be. I'm working on
yeah,
it, but
but
I've
this
watched
is
Solar Opposites.
this is my comparison. But as another like long running, it's like our only long running
Yeah,
shows now that Ruby
literally
got
100
canceled.
years. Rick and Morty.
Hopefully, well, Ruby's come back at some point. But it's the only right. Like I
I
do
love
think if
Ruby.
Rick and Morty is like kind of doing the same thing for like 10 years, so I think that it loses its shine. So like I wish Ladybug would and it has a new animation style, so I still think there's room. I just don't want them to go full reset another 5 years of ramping up to the next big thing. I don't know if that's gonna work exactly, but anyway,
Yeah,
we'll keep
yeah.
tracking it. We'll keep analyzing this as we go. Let's talk about Rose and Julica. That was my top story from
Yes,
these
super
episodes.
cute. Gay.
So
It's
Marinette
great.
says, "Girls, do you tell your girlfriends or boyfriends everything?" Or did she say boyfriends or girlfriends?
I
Or did
think
she
she
say
said boyfriends or
do you tell
girlfriends.
your boyfriends or girlfriends? And when she said, okay, so my reaction as Marinette was saying this, girls, do you tell your boyfriends, okay, or girlfriends what? Everything too?
Yes, it's great.
What? Girlfriends?
Screaming. Yay, we're
Uh,
saying it out loud.
and then she says, what about you girls? She says to Rose and Julie. So she goes around the table to what each of the girls does with
So
their
good.
significant other. And then what about you girls? And then these, I feel like we just really understand each other. Me too. Um,
So cute.
So we had the Rose and Juleka kiss in what episode was it?
Oh God.
One of these that I believe it came after this in the airing order. Was it the ruler? No, I don't know. No.
I think it is the ruler.
Okay, I'll click on. I'll go through the
No, no, not the
Wikipedia.
ruler. It's the one. It's the one where they
It's not that
do.
one.
It's where they do the concert for the mayor for whatever reason.
Why you remember? I don't remember it that way. It's the concert for the mayor episode.
Yeah,
El Toro de Piedra.
yeah,
That's the yeah.
yeah. Because they need
Um,
yeah. That's like the
so
problem in the episode.
So Sleeping Siren is 6 and El Toro de Piedra is 7. So but Thomas said the order isn't necessarily chronological order. That being said, in this episode, this was the revelation I had like 5 minutes ago. Marinette's like, "What was your first kiss like?" or something. And I feel like Rose and Juleka, do they imply that they haven't kissed yet, or like it doesn't come up in that way, right? Like it or
Right.
so I think that so after this, then we get to see their first kiss, and so we kind of saw these out of order, which is not great. But this is so I know we saw them kiss already, so we already had this discussion like a few months ago of the like, wow, Rose and Juliet are actually canon now. But this is the the other part to it. This is the like we actually labeled them as
Yeah, they're
girlfriends
girlfriends.
explicitly.
And it's really important to say the word girlfriends, and it's great. And then poor Zoe is single and is going to die alone.
That's sad.
Sad.
What about I thought people? I think people are still on Sabrina and Zoe.
I mean, I don't blame them. I
Yeah,
wouldn't complain.
we'll see. We've talked about this all like ad nauseum in this podcast. One good method to validate queer presentation is to juxtapose it with your straight couples, and I think they do that to great effect in the scene.
It's great.
Where they were like, what are your girlfriends or boyfriends or girlfriends, and like we go to each couple, and Rose and Juliet are treated as another couple alongside each other couple in
Also,
the
it's
group.
really funny that I swear to God, like every time we're like, oh, we're all eating at the table. It's like we just added 4 new people.
Diane is here for some reason. We'll come back to Diane, but
Which
yeah,
she's Diane's fine, but I'm like,
we'll
what?
come back. Yeah, but I don't. I'm like, oh, are we going to learn about who Diane's significant other is? But no, we don't check in on her.
No, no. Maybe she's
Uh,
gonna be Zoe's girlfriend. I don't know.
maybe she's Ace. Maybe she's Zoe's girlfriend. Maybe she's dot dot dot. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably said my theory already, but yeah. I mean, I think we just already had this discussion when they kissed, but I was like, I'm just shocked that they actually made
It's just
Rose and
so nice.
Julica like explicit, like
It's
and
great.
alongside all the other couples here. It's so wonderful.
And they're all like, yeah, Rose and Juliet are together. Like nobody cares. They're like, yeah, y'all are cute. It's like, yes, that's
It's
correct.
like, yeah, we've known that for
Also,
10 years.
Marinette like detailing their super obnoxious first kiss was really
But
funny.
that was funny, yeah. It's like, oh, we just need to get a plane for
Oh,
for
oh,
like
and then also Kagami,
yeah,
like
when they fly to each other, yeah.
that was
We get this
really
image of
funny.
them flying to each other as
I
heroes kissing, yeah.
I That was really funny. That
That was
that
good.
cracked me up. And then she was
This
like,
this was
"Video
probably
games,
the this is
so
probably my
funny."
favorite part of this episode. Yeah.
It's really good. Like it's really funny.
I think overall, despite the fact that this is a really annoying episode with the Kim stuff,
Oh, 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 okay.
I think I do like Sleeping Siren more of the two.
Okay,
Is what I
the
was gonna say.
saving grace of this episode is it gave us a Pocky kiss, and that's what matters.
Yes, we got the
We got Marinette
Marinette
and
and Adrian
Adrian,
Pocky kiss at the end. That's
and
yeah.
that was honestly works for me.
They call it biscuits. What is it? What is
Yeah, it's something like
Kagami
a
call it?
biscuit. Yeah, a biscuit something.
Uh,
And I'm like,
uh,
would you have to have
I
product
guess
placement
Pocky
for
is a brand. I
Pocky?
guess Pocky's a
I
brand name.
guess.
Yeah. That whenever they
What's your
this makes
favorite flavor of Pocky, Dylan?
uh I guess just chocolate. I haven't had all of them in a while.
Oh,
Um,
that's fair. I guess mine
I
is strawberry, but the chocolate
Strawberry is a
is
good
important
one.
to
I
me.
think yeah.
I
I
don't
have
like any
to.
of the ones that have nuts on them. Like to me, that like ruins the
Hmm,
experience.
I will admit I feel like Pocky is underwhelming every time I try it. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
a
no, I
bad
get
take.
really excited. Okay, I really, really like the little panda cookies. Though I love
Oh,
those.
those are bad. Those are better. I like those. Yeah.
Those are so good. But yeah, no, I get really excited for Pocky, and then you start eating it, and then they're gone, and then you're like, well,
It's
so
like yeah, it's like unsubstantial. I think.
right.
It does have
Me
a
and
big.
Dylan buy each other a lot of Japanese candy. Like I often send
Do
I'm like,
we?
here, I've sent you Japanese Kit Kats,
Yes,
and
and
you've sent me
for some gift, yeah, I
like
got you.
snack boxes.
Yeah, snack. Yeah.
It's still
Um,
so we're vegetarian. It kind of makes life hard sometimes because some you have to be
Candy's a
careful
good
because
one.
candy's
Yeah.
always good, but then you're like, oh, here's a snack box. Luckily, more places are doing. They're like, oh, we have a vegetarian
Oh
option. It's
yeah,
like, thank
a
God.
lot of the
I don't
a
want
lot of
like
the Japanese snacks have like fish stuff or some weird stuff in them. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of it's like shrimp.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want shrimp crackers, thanks though.
What was I? Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Them going like to Pocky here for like Kagami's like, oh, back in Japan we have these
I know.
biscuits that I like this makes me worried for the Tokyo special because are we only going to
Yes.
reference the most stereotypical things like
Yeah, yeah, it did.
we don't need Japanese Kagami to bring up Pocky. Like everyone knows about Pocky now. It's like, oh, back in Japan we have like no,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
think we have this everywhere.
Okay, but
Uh
here's the problem. So here's the problem. We're weebs.
it's true. And
So
maybe weebness has not permeated Paris normies
yeah,
to
because
this
that's and then
extent.
and like because my thing is like me and you we live in this little weeb bubble. Even my family, like we're a little weeb bubble. So it's like I don't know. And then granted, the the American special was like we had literally had a hot dog superhero, which to be fair, that's hilarious. Like make fun of Americans. That's like the best thing ever.
So
But
you're
like
saying we do this for every country we go to. This-
kind of, which does make it worse. Like when it's America, that's fine. Like that's hilarious.
I feel yeah,
Like
right.
we're
Like I feel
American, it's
like we
funny, mock us, but like it's so it makes me honestly it makes me more worried for the Brazil special.
we had Shanghai, and like to my knowledge, the Shanghai special wasn't. I mean, it was probably a little bit. I mean, did we have gong stuff? I feel like it was a little stereotypical. I feel like it wasn't as.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
Right.
true. I think we're
I don't
maybe
know.
doing
So it's one of
yeah.
those yeah, I don't know. So that my take is that we kind of do this for every special, but it's also hard to say because
And
we went to London
we just talked about how
and
Luca in Brazil, and it's like we just see them on a beach in swimsuits, and like
right.
that's the
Yeah,
only
and we're
image
like,
of Brazil,
that's
and
Brazil,
they have
right?
poke. It's like this is
Yeah.
the so really the show seems not capable of going
Yeah,
beyond
like
the surface on any country.
right, because like granted, and we've also had like our other specials are like so the Shanghai special it helped a little bit that like Marinette's meeting her family and also apparently doesn't know anything. And then but it's funny when you were talking about landmarks. It's like I couldn't really granted not that I'm not a big expert on Shanghai. I don't know. I don't really
The
remember if there's
Oriental
anything.
Pearl Tower is the equivalent of the
Okay.
Tokyo of the Eiffel Tower
Okay.
in Shanghai. We
Okay. Okay.
extensively went over this in the special.
Delaney doesn't remember this.
So sad.
That's fair.
Anyway,
And then of course we have the American special and we have like the London special and it's like you can make fun of white people all
oh
you
yeah,
want. Go
well,
ahead.
wait, right. So I'm more worried the more we're getting into the
Yes,
other
like when we're
countries.
going to other places. Hopefully
And
it'll help that like
by the way,
we
the
had
London
to not
special
tell
was
us
not
how
really a London special. To gotta
right,
get
the
that in
London
there.
special wasn't really a London special, you're right.
It was a fake. It was a fake out.
Right. Which
Okay,
I mean again it's
we'll
like we
track this
really
as we go.
should
Anyway, okay,
yeah.
we got to get back to Rose and Juleka. Okay, well, the other thing I had to say about Rose and Juleka was I think last season on season 5 I had this speech about here was every complaint that we had about Ladybug before season 5. This is one of my highlights of season 5 podcast, I think. Here's everything that we complain about. And actually, the show is addressing every single one in season 5. And that's why, except for the identity reveal, and that's why season 5 is truly great. So I had that little speech. So there was one thing other than the identity reveal that they didn't fix in season 5, and that was making Rose and Juleka explicit.
And they were like, done, we're going to do it right now.
They did fix it this season. So I do want to give them a lot of credit. I really think the fans complain so much about Ladybug. I really think they address the biggest issues with the show on more than any other show I've seen. I mean, at least lately.
Ever,
it took them
honestly.
many years. They really address these things. And I'm very impressed that they have 2 episodes with Rose and Juleka clearly explicitly canon, defining their relationship, big moments in their relationship. I really like it.
I think they've done a really good job of like seeding things, and also they have built Ladybug has built a social capital that they're like, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, which they should take advantage of for
and they
their
use their
progressive
power
purposes.
For good.
They have,
it's
and
great.
they really have. And despite the show being like fairly like ho-hum in terms of any sort of progressive elements for the first, I would say 3 seasons, and since season 4, it's been a genuinely very progressive show for social good. So that's been really wonderful to see. Messages in addition to representation, just like show episodes with like really good messages.
And, Kim has 2 dads.
Oh yeah, and Kim has 2 dads this episode. I didn't know that. So that was pretty random. It's like that. I think it makes it more baffling that Kim is like he is. I don't know.
He's just stupid. Like he's just I don't know. Like
not that like having queer parents would make you more likely to be put together, but I feel like it's more surprising. Like usually the character with the character with 2 dads in a show is like smart or like like that's the stereotype, I feel like.
Or like he'd have like a clue, but like no.
Does Kim even understand queer people?
Does Kim know other people don't have 2 dads? That's the big question.
Maybe he thinks everyone has 2 dads.
That worked for me.
He should say like, Ondine, what about your dads? And she's like, I don't have 2 dads like you.
Right?
Like, what do you mean?
That's honestly, that would be one. I think that'd be incredible. That'd be so funny. That'd be like we should. That I think that's coming. I think they have to do it.
They should have done that this episode. That would have been a good joke.
Maybe that's why Kim didn't want to kiss her, because it hadn't even occurred to him he could kiss a girl. He doesn't know.
That would be funny. It's like I thought all boys like boys. I didn't even know I could be with.
Like I don't understand.
That would be a great direction.
God, he's stupid. Like oh.
Okay, you know what I was looking up while I started to that you were distracting me with this funny line, but I was gonna look up which slow burn ship took longer to pay off, Rose and Juleka or Bumblebee and Ruby. So I was looking at the dates in Ruby. So Ruby started airing in 2013, and I guess in 20. I'm confused by the Wikipedia article here.
I don't care about real time because of all the suffering Ruby puts you through. It's longer.
Yeah, I'm just validating this. It's in 20.
Death works.
It's about the same. So the answer is that both took about 10 years. So
oh my god, yeah, that's fair.
It's obviously Ruby's worse because their main characters, Rose and Juleka, are just like a little side thing. But like apparently,
also everything with Ruby is worse. But that's just like how it is.
Apparently, it takes 10 years in order. That's the appropriate amount of build up for a queer relationship. Only then can they actually get together. Is after 10 years. Okay. Anything else on Rose and Juleka?
Well, let's think about it. Okay, Cora, they knew each other for 2 years, and then how long was she gone for?
I'm saying in our time, but yeah, that's true.
In our time, right?
In their timeline in Cora, but
time was it 10 years?
But the thing is, if you take the beginning of Avatar as like the start of Avatar / Cora, then it's also a long time before they get a queer couple. Avatar Coras.
Jesus.
In Steven Universe, it takes many years to get to get Ruby and Sapphire to start getting super obvious with it.
I would consider Mr. Greg.
Okay, I'm not going to look up more timelines, but the answer is this is kind of like a homophobic trope that you need to like take so long in order to. Whereas straight couples get together immediately, right? And so not the Marin and
which is really funny.
Not the Marin and Adrian are a good example of that.
No. No, they're absolutely not. Which is just like, oh my god. Who?
But
I
their
think we
feelings
figured
are
Kim out
clear
though.
right away. Yeah.
Yes.
What did we figure out? That he just doesn't understand straight people
He's
because he
just
has two
yeah,
dads?
I think that's what it is. I think we figured it out.
I think that's a really good theory. Okay.
It
That
makes me feel better about myself and Kim, so it works for me.
okay, we forgive you, Kim.
It
Okay,
makes me
let's
want to hit him less.
okay, before good. Let's talk about Lila. Speaking of people you want to hit.
Jesus. Oh, she's I want to like kick her off the Eiffel Tower.
In
Ooh.
in the Dark Castle, there's this scene at the end. So we have a scene in Sleeping Siren with Lila, but it's like generic, whatever. In the Dark Castle, Lila says, let me find it. She wasn't there, it goes to show, but I need to check again to make sure, again and again and again, says Lila. So other than being off her rocker or whatever,
Yeah.
Delaney, did you interpret this like I did, such that Lila is saying Marinette wasn't at the picnic?
Yes, that is how I interpreted it.
So this is big. Lila is on to Marinette after the fact that, I mean, she already discovered Marinette in
Right.
the London special, but then that timeline got erased, I guess. So, or whatever. I don't remember. Now she doesn't, but she's on to Marinette. Not only is she on, she heavily suspects Marinette.
Right. But then she's also nuts. So then it's like, okay, is this gonna come up?
Right? She might be on to a lot of people, but there's another implication here, Delaney. Because how would Lila know that Marinette wasn't at the picnic?
There.
Because
Right.
she akumatized Dark Castle, which is in a separate location.
Right. Unless either she was there or she had someone there.
So okay, perfect. So she could have had an informant there, or she was there in disguise.
Yes.
So this comes back to an earlier theory, which is I said at the end of season 5, the last scene we see is Lila enrolling in Francois Dupont, whatever their school name is called. Like and yet we haven't seen Cerise at their school this season, which
Right.
implies that Lila is there in a different identity than we're used to. Here are two characters that we actually see in these two
Well,
episodes.
she can't be Diane because we can't do that.
So Diane is one of the new characters we meet. And I believe Delaney's saying she can't be Diane because Diane is black and that would be messed up.
We can't do that. We can't do that.
But Diane is heavily suspected of being by me, of being Lila, because she's a new enrollee in their school and
We
she is
can't we can't do
lurking
that.
around the season. Now, here's another person who Lila could be, Aglier, who does appear in the Dark Castle. And we do know was at the picnic. I'm not sure if Diane was. Aglier, I'm pretty sure was confirmed to be at the picnic. Aglier is the friend of uh uh
Uh
what's her
I'm at
name
yeah,
in
Climatic
the
Queen.
Climatic Queen, Aurora.
Aurora. That's her name.
She's in that episode, which is supposed to be the first episode of the season, and she's there as the friend, and we hadn't seen her previously, and we know she's at this picnic. So I feel like the Aglier is Lila theory is more strong than ever after this episode.
I don't like it. I feel like she's almost too weird to be a Lila disguise.
She seems too like sweet and authentic.
I think it's more likely that she has spies. Also,
Right,
they
so
were in a public park.
right. So you could come around to like, okay, she has a spy there, or there's a camera, like there's a way. But Delaney, what about what I said of like we see Lila enrolling in the school at the end of season 5, and we haven't seen who she is at the school yet.
Right. I will say that is really strange because you would like so granted it also doesn't kind of jive with what we're seeing now because like if Lila's leaving the house
Right. We only see her in her library mind palace.
and she's
So
like nuts. So like it makes me wonder if
I agree.
like
I agree
what
that
is
it
going
doesn't really.
on.
It's not really in line with that. I agree.
I also it wouldn't really shock me either. Like she could have like I think she could have enrolled in the school and then like literally lost her mind and then she just isn't going to school. Or maybe it'll come up later. I don't know because my thing is like at this point you would think we would see the identity.
Well, so what I think the show is doing is they seeded this mystery at the end of season 5. Lila will appear in the school next season, and we're saying we're supposed to say, oh, but we don't see Lila, we don't see Cerise. So
She's there the whole time.
we're supposed to. I think we're supposed to think what I'm saying of like, okay, but one of these people must be Lila. Like I think that's like implied by the show. At least this is what the show wants us to think. And so they're going to give us suspects throughout the season, and it's a mystery which one of these people is Lila. Right now, the
That's
two
fair.
biggest contenders are Diane and Aglier, but there
I
might
don't
be
like either
more.
of these options.
But also, she's there's another. This person appeared in the first episode we saw and yet has not came back. Sublimation is
She
she is the
was
stupidest name. I'm scrolling down the list again.
she was I will say she was at the picnic.
Sublime. People were
Yes,
shouting at their
Sublime was
phones.
at the yes, Sublime was
Sublime
at the
is
picnic.
another new character. The issue with Sublime is we see her family and we have this whole backstory to her. But Sublime is another candidate for being Lila. I just think she's less likely because we saw so
Right,
much about her.
right.
That being said, Lila has hired moms before or tricked them. So I think that's what we're supposed to be doing here is like, okay, and in the finale, we're going to reveal which one of these people is actually Lila.
I so my theory is that one, I think it's too risky for Lila to actually befriend them
It
because
is risky. She could just sit in her hideout.
or she's just she could be at the school and I think she's the hooded figure. And I
Okay,
think
so let's
she
talk about the
is
hooded figure.
yeah, I think she's manipulating events. And she could be a student at the school, but it's probably smarter to not because I do believe Marinette and Adrian would catch her. Like they would be like, "You're Lila," or like they would figure it out. And so I think
I don't think they'd figure it out. You know why?
what? I mean, they're
Because
dumb,
they're
but
stupid. Yeah, because they're
those are
stupid.
stupid. But I think also like I don't believe like so this I mean the show can trick me all they want. That's fine. And these words are going to come out to bite me. But I don't think Lila is from what we've seen. I don't think Lila is capable of a disguise that would trick us.
I was tricked. Cerise is completely novel. No, you're right. It does look kind of like her. It's a good point.
So I
Um,
think which one that granted this is also like I mean they can't make it too because like we can't be too confused because that wouldn't be good.
well,
But I
first of all,
think
look, let's talk
yeah
about this hooded figure. So I think you're maybe on the wrong track. Let me give some evidence. The fig this the post credit scene. Ray is talking to the friends. We'll talk about them in a second. Ray, Loic, and Nelson, and they're like, "There's plenty of couples to wreck. There'll be a next time. Like next time, we'll get that. There's plenty of couples." And then this hooded figure says, "There'll be no next time," and then attacks them. I guess it's this person with like a. It's not just like a hood though. It's like it almost looks like a helmet or like a viper hood, and then they have yellow eyes. But anyway,
so you think it's Luca.
mm, I didn't think until I just said Viper helmet. Now I'm like, oh, Luca's coming back from Brazil. No, but
I can see what you're saying now. You think this is a hero, a vigilante of some sort.
the key point is that this person is attacking like the villains of the episode. They're like they don't want Ray to cause more havoc with the Marinette's group or couples in the school. Like they're like anti Ray. So I don't know if Lila
This
cares to be
I
anti
mean
the Ray's
I mean
group.
could this be Felix?
Yes. I don't know why it would be Felix looking like this, but that is a good candidate as someone who has like a hero power who might have yellow eyes. I don't know who isn't
Um
there.
so I want to so I'm explaining the reason I thought it was Lila. One because that's kind of like what she looks like. But then I think they like they're so stupid they're messing stuff up.
Okay, I like
So,
that interpretation because
so
you're
that
right.
was my
My
interpretation.
main point is they need a point to be upset at Ray, and so yeah, Lila is like afraid that Ray's gonna ruin her plans. Okay, I could see that. That's a good point.
But I do like what no, now that you've brought because one, it happened really quickly in the episode. Now that I'm looking at the screenshots, I do think this is like now a no this is now a new player.
Yeah, like it's probably I think that at least look at we saw this is like a 10-second scene, so we don't really know. But I believe the scene at least presents this as a new a new
Right.
person joins the fray, and it could end
Yeah.
up. Certainly, it could end up being Lila. We have no information, but right now it seems like this is some other player we haven't seen involved in the season yet, which could describe Felix because he hasn't been in the season yet. And it did the yellow eyes make you think it's a miraculous holder
Right.
or an akumatized villain, which doesn't make sense, or like or
Right.
a what's it called?
Which it does make me wonder if it's because let's say it's not Felix. Because, now that which Marinette does bring it up. So Marinette's the guardian. We kind of got to shake things up now. Like and we know there are other miraculouses that are part of different sets. So it makes me
Yes.
wonder
So
if
there
this
could
is
be,
someone
yeah,
with a new
it could
miraculous.
be a miraculous we haven't seen yet. I'm trying to look for Felix. What's Felix's hero's name? I'm
Oh
sorry to the
God,
listeners. We're
I don't
I,
remember.
I'm sorry we're forgetting so many things. I'm finding
It's
them
not
as
on
we go.
purpose.
Um,
Um,
but I think he
I
has
just remember
multiple
when he
looks.
was
So
the
he
dog.
is Argos. Argos.
Argos, yes.
So I'm
But
trying to
this
find.
looks like Argos.
I want to see if Argos has yellow eyes. So that's what I'm looking for. And the Ladybug Wikia is not helpful, so we're gonna Google this.
No, it's
Argos.
not.
Okay, okay. I can't Google. I need Argos Ladybug, and so Argos has.
Yeah, instead. Oh my God, you got the movie. That's
Is that a movie? I don't know. Argos seems
yeah.
to have purple eyes.
Okay.
But Felix with the different miraculous might have had yellow eyes because he gets like the dog miraculous at some point.
Yeah.
He has light eyes as the dog miraculous, but he has purple eyes as Argos. But he doesn't have the dog miraculous right now. He has green eyes as the dog, which is what he has in real life. Okay. Anyway, so no, this is not an obvious connection. In conclusion, I don't know who has yellow eyes that fit the bill here. I do think Felix makes the most sense out of someone who we know who hasn't been in the season yet. So I think that's a great call. I think anyone could be Lila, so you have to suspect that. You brought up Luca. I just think we've seen evidence Luca's in Brazil, so it doesn't really make any sense.
It's fair.
But that makes honestly with how he looks, it makes the most sense. Honestly, not the Viperion or whatever. Not that, or I don't know. Is that Luca or is that someone else's? Anyway, not that it looks like that. Could this be Cat? Does Cat have yellow eyes? Does this
I thought they
Adrian?
were green. I thought his eyes are green.
It's like Felix, yeah. So they guess they just keep the color of their eyes as the hero. As so, who has bright yellow eyes? It doesn't really make sense, actually.
Well,
Okay,
mm,
so nothing. In conclusion, nothing that we know makes sense here.
nope.
Okay, so we
I
need
think
more
it's a new person.
information. Anyway, in terms of Lila, I am very convinced Lila is Aglia. I'm like certain.
I don't like it, but okay.
It could be the show faking us out. I'm just sure that the show wants us to think Lila. The only thing that doesn't really work is that Aglia seems to be good friends with Aurora, and they might have been
Right.
friends before this season.
Right.
That's the only downside to this theory. Other than that, it's 100% matches up. So we'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see. Delaney, what are your thoughts on new characters? Ray, we saw in like the Stinger to Daddy Cop, who was
They're annoying.
Zoe's friend from Zoe's like classmate from New York, I think. What do you think of Ray, Loic, and Nelson?
I mean, they're just boys. So already I'm like, boys. And then they're just also okay, they're motivated. Like, I mean, right now it's kind of like, why are you doing this? Like, are you just bored? Also, they granted, not that it's that hard to
They're
like
just
pin
jealous they
Kim
don't
down.
have girlfriends or
I
boyfriends.
guess. I guess. And it's not that hard to like pin Kim down, but like they were like, he'll do anything for these flippers. And they're right. But it's like, why do you know that?
That's a funny way to characterize it. Uh, here, my biggest thing to say about Ray, Loic, and Nelson is there's this scene where they're going to determine who goes first, and they do rock paper scissors, and they go
He
rock paper,
waits.
and then he waits, and it's a 1 second delay, and he puts down scissors and he
They
flips
don't
his
argue.
hair.
Like,
I go first. I thought that was so funny. I think that's like
it
the
was really
funniest
funny.
thing.
I was waiting for one of them to be like, wait, but they didn't because they're stupid.
They're stupid, and Ray is it's just so campy that scene. Like they're I
It
mean
was it was also when Nelson like makes up all this stuff to like to
yeah,
tell
Nelson make
Kim. I
and
was like,
Yeah. Well, how about Loic? He's just
Oh,
like, break up with her. Like you
that
want to,
was
and he's like,
really
no.
like, he was too strong for me. Like that was funny. Like,
That Loic
so I am a
is
little disappointed if that's like so like so this happens and then we get the vigilante. It's like, oh, am I not going to get to see them being stupid again? Because that's a little disappointing.
yeah.
But granted, I'm not like a big fan. Like to me, this is super mega. Like, why are we doing this? Who are they? I don't care. Like, what is the point of them? Like, I don't like.
It
It
just
almost
it feels like, why are we doing this in season 6? I thought we were past
yeah,
this.
it's like too
That's what it's like.
juvenile.
Yeah.
Granted, I mean, we are in a new school. There are, I mean, so that's the other thing. They're no
Same
longer the
school.
oldest.
Same school, new. Oh, I don't know. They're no longer the what?
They're no longer the oldest.
Yeah. Is Ray older than them? I don't even know.
I assumed Ray is at least 2 years older than them. Like he's an
Yeah,
upper
but
class.
maybe I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
So like that's what I it has. They are at a new school. It's like a new same school, but like so it does make me wonder. I mean, I think part of that is like so there's these older students.
Maybe. I here's what I think. I think these are just the Chloe replacements, and uh, usually we get the mean girl and the mean girl's two subordinates who are also girls, and so maybe it's a little progressive that these are all boys, the mean
Mean
boy and
Boys.
mean
I will say
boys.
they do operate like Mean Girls, so that makes
I
sense.
think the
Like
show is like doing boys in the mean girl role, and which is
because
it's
my
kind of
because this is not how male bullying works.
yeah.
Like they're bullying like girls do. Like
Which is kind of funny, and I think it's a little progressive to like, or it's at least subversive. It's subversive
yeah,
to
it's
for Ray to
subversive.
be a boy here. So
Yeah,
Ray is the type of character who I would stand. So I think I have to stand Ray, and
that's fair.
I did like the rock paper scissors
You just
moment.
think he's pretty. God, you're so annoying.
No,
Oh, you do
I
this every
certainly
time.
no, I certainly don't. But he's kind of ugly, but that's okay.
He's kind of ugly.
He's got we love the hair flips won me over. The rock paper scissors and the hair flip really won me over. It's
I
like this is a
was
Chloe move.
yeah, it's true. If I will say it just feels very juvenile,
Yes, I agree.
which
It's just
isn't great.
like why are we
Like, why are we
doing
doing
why are we
this?
resetting and doing a new
Like, we
school
basically
villain?
killed Chloe off. Why are we doing this?
Just bring back Chloe if we wanted to.
Like honestly, even if Chloe just video calls to bully people, I'd be okay with that. Like, wouldn't it be so, like obviously Sabrina's over, but walk with me here. Wouldn't it be really funny if Sabrina has to wheel in a projector so that Chloe has to like
Well,
yell at
like
them? Wouldn't it
it's
be
like how
so
Adrian
funny?
was on the iPad for
Yeah,
a
like wouldn't it
while.
be so funny? Like it'd be hilarious.
iPad Chloe just yelling at people. I would obviously be on board with that.
Like that'd be so funny. I granted, I still think we need to wrap stuff up with Ray though about like Zoe. Like, what's that? Like, what's that about?
Yeah, so we're gonna see more of Ray since we got to bring Zoe back into the picture. Yeah, unfortunately, but maybe
Maybe the next
fortunately,
time we
because
see them, they all have like black eyes because this guy like beat him up.
that would be good. Yeah, that's true. This figure attacked them somehow. So when will we follow up on that? Who
Oh,
knows?
maybe okay. Here, okay, walk with me again. So what we're gonna have is so in the background of stuff happening, we're gonna have these three guys like they're talking about. They're like, "There's this masked guy or like this hero, and he like beat us all up." And they just keep talking. Everyone just thinks they're nuts. And then
Oh, I like
later,
that.
like, so that's what we're gonna do.
I like that. And then we see that it's true eventually.
Yeah, like we're like, oh, like these things just keep happening.
Okay, I like this. Okay, Delaney, any those I feel like those are the major topics. Any remaining things top of mind for you?
We were in the meadow again.
In the meadow?
In the meadow that's in the middle
In
of
the
their school.
school? Yeah, there's like a
Yeah,
randomly a sheep there.
like whatever. Yeah, there was a sheep. Yeah, Ken's like walking in his socks away. It's like what?
When we set
Not
up
to
this new like green school, wherever like this new learning process, I didn't expect them to just like randomly like have trees and stuff, and they'd never mention the new aspects of the school. It's just kind of there
like
in the background.
what? Like there is so much going on here. Um, so yeah, the sheep was. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It was really funny. Like poor Ondine, and there's like 47 people around her. Also, her little okay, I would argue that it was not a poem. I mean, granted, story poems exist. Hello, they absolutely exist. I'm a bit of a I do know some things about poetry. I would argue it wasn't even read like a poem. So like it's fine. But I liked the story. It was a great story. Kim laughing was not good.
Yeah. He
He's
thought
just
it's funny that there's
stupid.
right. He thought rhyming is funny.
Yeah, he was because he's dumb.
Hmm.
Which is fine. Uh, yeah, Kim just this episode was not a good look for Kim, and I we really like I like poor Ondine, and then also Ondine's also not really a character. Like
Yeah, that's
she just exists to be Kim's girlfriend.
this is the problem. She's been in like one other, two other major episodes. I don't really care about Ondine and Kim. That's kind of the major problem with that
Yeah.
episode. Here's a
Granted,
here's a
we did talk some things. Oh, go ahead.
no, you finish up.
Well, I was gonna say we did make some important commentary on, she's a big girl. She's very
Hmm.
tall. And granted, I think she's absolutely precious with her freckles, but they did, some commentary on that was good.
Yeah.
We probably could have done a little bit more with it just to be, just to like assure, like, no, there's nothing wrong with you, like, you're beautiful the way you are. But
Yeah, but it was
Ladybug
there.
is
Yeah.
trying its best. But yeah, it was there.
Here's April's thoughts from that she sent over. She says, "Does Ondine use Sunbum chapstick? Because I do, and it smells like banana." Okay, we gotta
Oh yeah, that
parse.
was weird. That was super weird. And it like came up again.
Well, he's like a monkey, so she's trying to
I will say,
incentivize him to kiss.
I will say the best part of this episode is you don't kiss people without their consent.
Yes,
And
that's
so
good.
we were like, that was great and excellent.
I guess April is Ondine, though, is the conclusion. With the
Yeah, that is really funny that
Does
that was
April use
April's
banana
response.
chapstick or just Sunbum chapstick?
I guess just Sunbum, because I guess that means it's also like SPF.
Yeah, it's a smart move.
The only
Um,
chapstick I have experience with is like the Coke bottle flavors, and like I used EOS for a little bit, and that stuff sucks.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
It's okay.
April says Alex is great, but I hate the time travel episodes so much. Is that in the canon? April hates time travel episodes.
Possibly, my mom's like that. My mom, like, time travel happens. My mom's like, "Oh God."
Doesn't April watch Doctor Who? At least has seen some of Doctor Who.
Right? Like, I don't so I will say also my mother does like Doctor Who, and I think it's different, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, Doctor Who, generally, when you're in an episode of Doctor Who, you're not, like, jumping around in time, like, more than once.
yeah, it's true. This is a kind of extreme with the way Ladybug does it. April also says I agree with Twitter that Eiffel Tower deserves an accumulation with the Eiffel Tower. Okay, so we want
Yeah,
to akumatize the Eiffel Tower.
because the Eiffel Tower is tired of being destroyed every episode. I don't
It's true.
blame it.
As we see the sentient Eiffel
So
Tower
funny.
thinking like this is the
So
hundredth time
funny.
I've been destroyed. I
Like,
can't take it
really?
anymore.
Again? And they're all and, like, and the villain's always on the Eiffel Tower, like, I'd be mad too. Like,
That's
even the
fair.
Master gets on the Eiffel Tower in Doctor Who, like, how would like, the poor Eiffel Tower.
Poor Eiffel Tower.
I only made that reference just to irritate Dylan, just so everyone knows.
I
Not that
ignore
it
it.
irritates Dylan, but Dylan just gets to add it, to the tonality.
I tune out the Doctor Who references at this point.
That's fair.
We like Dragon Bug. How about Bunny Bug? Ladybug gets combines with the
Bunnybug
Rabbit
is a great
Miraculous.
Bunnybug is so okay. Also, in defense of the time travel episode, I will say they kind of got me. Like, I was like, who are we gonna give it to? What are we gonna do? And then she was, I'll just give it to myself. That's one, genius, two, annoying. So like
I
I
agree.
like this.
It's both of those.
Like
Yeah.
like it's both of those. Like, I was like, okay. So like I was shocked. Bunnybug is a great costume, and I
She
think
has
it's
the
great, and we should
blue
do it more
lips
often.
with the blue hair and this like the
So cute.
Burrow-esque outfit. It's with the
I will say
bunny
it's
ears.
really weird because we've seen so much of Bunnix, so it was weird. Like,
Yeah, and then we see Marinette as Bunnix, as Bunny Net, they call her. Bunny, right? It's called Bunny Net, yeah. So she's doesn't have the blue lips, but she has the blue outfit. Um,
yes.
both are good looks. I think Dragon Bug is a great look as well. She's like the dragon eyes
Oh,
and
Dragon Bug is great.
this it's I think Dragon Bug's an all-time Marinette look. So is Bunny
It
Bug though,
is. It
honestly.
is.
They're both
I
really
mean,
good.
Bunnybug's new, but it's really, yeah, it's just
Have we seen Dragon
I
Bug before? You're saying did
I
I
think
forget?
so. I'm pretty sure we've seen Dragon Bug before. Maybe I'm
Okay.
making it up. I don't
Look,
know.
there's too many things that we say that I have to look at the Ladybug Wikia before for. So
That's fair.
I'm gonna have to go to Marinette's entry and then see all of her forms This is
You're
how the
welcome.
Ladybug Wikia works. But yeah, any other thoughts on Marinette's different forms? For me, it was one of the highlights of the episode.
It was great. I wasn't like, and I was just shocked. I wasn't ready for any of what happened. It was great.
Uh,
I think they did a good job for if we're gonna have like a really like annoying time travel episode. I think they did a good job with it.
yeah, no, I think all the time travel stuff was good. Yeah, I believe that we had seen Dragonbug before, so there you go. The Ladybug Wiki is kind of broken with the images, unfortunately. Yes, we.
Rip.
So remind us what Dragonbug. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Yeah, the old design. Okay, so Dragonbug was already an all-time one. There you go.
Look, Delaney knows things occasionally.
Delaney's memory came through there. What you forgot something earlier? Something was like
Oh yeah,
adding.
who knows? It's like
Oh,
I
the
remember.
Oriental Pearl Tower. You don't remember that, but you
Yeah,
remember
I like
Dragonbug
forgot.
for
I
some
can
reason.
picture it now.
Any thoughts on Alex's birthday party? Jaleel?
That cake looks great. I want to know.
Yeah,
I
it was a
want
good
some.
cake. Yeah.
That okay. The Jaleel stuff was really cute. Like that photo, like that was all really sweet.
Yeah. That was nice.
The fact that he like also that he was like the center of all these disasters was really funny.
Yes. That I think to me that was the part where it became I think all the
Also, the
merit
pigeon poop was terrible. I was like,
that was
no.
so gross. I think Marinette recruiting herself and stuff like that was fun and well done. I think the preventing the disaster and then leading to the world blowing up, I think that was a little bit it's like okay, we've seen this a bunch from other shows and stuff.
Well, they had to do it because they built it up too much. They had to because they kept being like, "Don't mess it up." And then
Yeah.
I think it worked because it was hysterical, and then like it's just such a ladybug thing to do.
What saved it for me was the Eiffel Tower falling and causing the world explosions. That was the
It
best
was
part.
so funny. Oh, it was the best part is Marinette's like, I didn't even do anything. Like it's so funny.
Yeah. I bet Adrian leaves Marinette a voicemail because Alia says she's sick, and then she listens to it after and sends a voicemail back, and it's cute.
Also, Alia is also really bad at lying, so that was funny too. Like she was like, "Oh God," and then Adrian is just too nice. It was like, "Shut up! Can you just care like a little
She's too
less?"
trusting, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and then so that was their messages back and forth were really cute.
yeah, so we got some good Adrianette stuff in the background for both these episodes as well.
Yes, yes.
Okay, let me see if there's anything else I had. Oh yeah, we talked about the Aqua transformation sequences. Oh, and she says miraculous dragon
Oh.
bug.
Also, Tiki being like, Tiki has the funniest face where she's like, "You're not doing this. Like, are you sure this is a really good idea to use time travel for this?" Like,
Oh
Tiki's like, "Come
yeah,
on."
I thought yeah, Tiki's yeah, don't this are you sure this is what we should use the miraculous for? Yeah, for once Tiki, I mean Tiki for once Tiki's on point here and not terrifying.
And then like she make the face she makes, it's so funny. And then Plog is like complaining about the birthday party. He's like, "There was no cheese. What's the point?"
I think there would be cheese somewhere. It's like a
They're
picnic.
French. Surely there'd be
Surely
cheese
there'd be cheese at a picnic.
in France.
And I did notice we were in France in these episodes, Delaney, because of the Eiffel Tower. I did notice that.
And the Louvre.
And the Louvre as well, the second biggest landmark. Yeah, we got to learn all about the big Louvre episode.
Big Louvre
Do we have any
episode.
updates on the Louvre being robbed? Do we have any perpetrator?
I don't think so. Let me
Louvre
see.
robbery.
Let's look this up.
Um, they stole crown jewels in 4 minutes from the Louvre Museum. Let's just read this AP article for the rest of.
Perfect. Yeah.
The theft unfolded just 250 meters from the Mona
They had a
Lisa.
crane lift.
Wow. One object, the emerald set
They
imperial
fled
crown
on
of Napoleon
scooters.
III's white. They really, uh, man, there's a lot of fun details here. Okay, we're gonna hope maybe we'll have an update a month from now on if they caught
Yes.
the Louvre
It
robbers.
happened at 9:30 a.m. local time.
It's probably open then, right?
It was open
Wow.
as it was the museum was opening. They used a crane lift mounted on a truck.
It's unlikely these jewels will ever be seen again. Oh, because they're gonna like break them down. That's sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna. Well, okay. This is too new of a story, but next podcast we'll have a full
Yeah, we'll
recap
have
of the
updates.
full update on the Louvre robbery. Let us know your theories on who stole the Louvre jewels. Which Ladybug character
Yeah.
stole the stole the jewels?
Oh my god, my
Uh,
favorite part is people complaining on Twitter that they went to the Louvre today and they're like, I didn't see any art because people broke in. That's so
because it got
funny.
shut down. Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. I went to the Louvre today,
Oh, this is
it
I
turned
think this
into
is
a
a
giant
part.
evil castle, and I didn't get to see anything. That's
Yeah.
Ladybug
This is
in the
also a
universe.
part. This is actually part, I think, of a string of people. The people broke into the National Museum of Natural History in Paris last month and stole gold.
Wow,
It's just nuts.
nuts. Okay, sad, nuts. We'll follow up on the Louvre robbery. Delaney, any
Yep.
final thoughts on Ladybug episodes?
They've gone up a little bit because they did give us really incredible Adrianette moments like the
Yes,
Pocky
true.
kiss.
Hockey
It's
kiss. That's
important to
true.
remember.
Despite being annoyed at this being, back in my country we have this thing called
Oh my
Pocky.
god. Like, oh my god.
So annoying. Uh,
Super annoying.
I get, but I mean, and maybe from the perspective, Ladybug is a global show. It's not like a lot of people would be exposed to
They
Pocky
should do
elsewhere.
they should do a Paris special that's like really obnoxiously French, which is kind of what Dark Castle was. Like that was the most French person.
On the other hand, it's true. But on the other hand, isn't all of Ladybug obnoxiously French? As we see the Eiffel Tower every 5 seconds.
It's true. It's
This episode
true.
has the
And
Louvre walking.
Jeanette lives
Um,
in a bakery. Yeah,
yeah. So it's not like the show isn't stereotypical about its own country too. It certainly is.
it's true.
I think I had nothing else here. Yeah, I think we're good. So does let us know what you thought of Sleeping Siren in the Dark Castle. Let us know you thought of the Louvre robbery. All we discussed here. Who's the hooded figure? Is that Lila Aglier or Diane? Tell us your theories. Get those. Well, not if they're spoilers though. If the
I know
I,
spoilers for this.
I doubt they've revealed that in mid season, but
No.
if it's not spoilers, comment, but don't say like, don't comment like, I would comment on if Lila is Aglier, but I don't want to spoil the recent
Yeah.
episodes because that's a spoiler. So don't say
Yeah,
that
don't do
either.
that.
Children don't understand that.
No.
And leave us an iTunes review. Go to Apple Podcasts app or anywhere you listen and leave us a review. That'd be very helpful. A Spotify comment. We listen to those as well. I could pull up the Spotify. Someone had a funny Spotify. Oh yeah, someone
Oh
said on
yeah. Oh my god. I didn't realize Spotify had comments until like yesterday, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, you can comment on the Spotify podcast. Someone on Beach Vibe on Spotify said, I got so excited for Luca to appear. Sad face, heartbreak, and it didn't happen, crying face. So I'm so sorry, Beach Vibe. I haven't been able to contact Luca recently. Hopefully, we can get back in touch with Luca soon because the people are asking
Ugh,
for Luca.
God. No.
The people have spoken.
Oh.
At least, I mean, actually, we like literally did a survey last year, the year before, and most people said we have the right amount or less Luca is what I want. So the people kind of spoke the other way.
Right.
But some people want more Luca. Some people do want more Luca.
God.
Okay, leave comments where we said you could support us via Patreon at patreon.com/overly animated. Thanks to our current patrons, especially our Patreon podcast, Michael. Thanks as always to our Patreon executive producer, Steve, Michael, and Phonician. I believe patrons are going to get early access to the from the Avatar rewatch podcast we just recorded that Delaney was on. I'm going to push that a week after this because we're going to have this Ladybug podcast come out first. So if you want early access to that and occasional other things, support us on patreon.com/overly animated and subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of this. So yeah, like I just said, a week from now we'll have the book 2 Avatar finale. We probably won't be back for Ladybug for another month based on the Disney schedule, maybe the end of November. But then there's going to be 2 episodes, and then the Paris special asterisk, unless they change the schedule. Tokyo special.
Dylan
Paris
means the
special.
Japan. Yeah, that
The
was like the
Tokyo
Tokyo.
special
I heard. I like infiltrated Dylan's brain.
with all the Paris shenanigans. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.